Yeah, I don't think they should have the right to vote, but that's a discussion for another time. Oh my God, we're on the internet again.
You gotta stop doing that.
Are you talking about the stingray that's got immaculate conception? Because that person should vote. That stingray should vote.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yes. Whatever that meant. Yeah.
I don't think we should. Stingray shouldn't be allowed rights still. Like, I'm not over the Steve Irwin incident.
You're right.
I know we still got shooters out there.
It's our time. It's on us to decide when we're ready.
You're right. You make such a valid point, Roxy.
We miss you, Steve.
Rip it.
Well, welcome everybody to ASScast episode number 34. We are here for another week. Sorry about that. We've got a lovely panel here, so why don't we just roll into the show? How about it? How about it? Yeah, let's start off.
What's up your ass?
Thank you, Al. Perfect.
I feel like it's my duty to sing that theme song every time I'm on.
You said duty. Always gets the cheap laugh. All right. Let's start with Roxy. Oh, never mind. Let's start with Celeste. How you doing today? What's up your ass?
I'm doing all right. Finally free from COVID, so that's nice.
COVID had you down, huh?
COVID had me down bad, but now we're back up. Got a negative test today. Socialized. Good times. What's up my ass is apparently I brought all the White Sox injuries over to the Orioles. So they're going to start the season without John Means and Kyle Bradish. Gunnar Henderson also has an oblique strain. Catcher prospect Sam Vassallo also fucked something up. So maybe that's good for the White Sox this year. I don't know.
Dylan Cease, you are an Oriole. Just kidding. Probably not.
Probably not.
Chris Gatz told Bob Nightingale that the Orioles haven't called, and so therefore Boob's word is gold, and it won't be happening. So
that means it probably did happen.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's nice to see a team that I don't care about have to have injuries.
We're not happy unless everyone is suffering.
Yeah, I mean it's nice that other teams are getting hurt for once. Maybe they can figure it out now. It's fine. Sure. I don't think anybody wants that.
No.
The White Sox don't even want that. That's bad.
I'm good on that.
I don't want to read that. All right. Roxy, how are you today? What's up your ass this week?
Hello. I'm doing so well. Thank you for having me. I'm trying to get something else under my nail. I am peachy keen. Nothing comes to mind in terms of baseball related. So, but I would say what's up my ass is the return to work push by corporations, and it's just evil and rude, really. Kind of rude. My company, you guys don't need to know where I work, nor will you, but is going back to 4 days a week in office. I have not even officially hit my 90 days at this company, so I haven't even gotten the option to work from home yet, unless I'm sick or some other thing. And they were just like, yep, going back to 4 days a week, and it'll rotate, so you don't even have like the same day off every week.
Oh, that's
to plan around. Yeah, it's either
awesome.
like
that would be
that's so
it's
weird.
Like, it's like the good news is that it's like a half and half thing. It's either Tuesday or Tuesday or Friday. So I guess there's some like
Tuesday.
Why not do Monday or Friday?
Yeah, right.
We always have long weekends.
Tuesday or Friday.
I don't know if it's just I'm really not sure. Like the most people on our team are usually out on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. But maybe like with my job, the workload's really high when you come back in on Mondays. But just the point is that like I think we're getting a little too comfortable going back to like where things were prior to COVID, and that's just not really cash money because like COVID's still very much a thing. Celeste can tell you that firsthand. And so just kind of negate that and just be like, you know what? No, I don't appreciate that. So that's what's up my ass.
Very valid, very valid. Especially with the weird ass Tuesday schedule. Doesn't even make a lick of sense, but you know. I don't know what a company, so I don't get to make those decisions yet.
Yet. Keyword.
Yet. Al, how are you doing this week? What's up your ass?
I'm good. Yeah, nothing crazy to write home about. I'm going back to baseball things that are at my ass. Rob Manfred announced that he's gonna leave Major League Baseball in 2029, which I did some math. That's 5 years from now, if anyone was wondering. Which is 260 weeks and 1,825 days. And that is not few enough. So
Al's gonna have a countdown on her phone.
Probably like
Manfred's last day.
I mean, God, the White Sox lease in Bridgeport is up in 2029. Like,
that's odd timing.
I know, right? That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. But like, that's just God. Also, like the fact that he felt the need to announce that today, like, what? Congrats! Like, keep your 5-year plan to yourself. Like, I don't go around broadcasting my 5-year plan to people, but like, cool, good for you. He's gonna make all baseball games blackout restricted on the MLB app. You're not gonna be able to watch any baseball by the time he's retired.
They're like, Rob, what's your 5-year plan? Burn everything to the ground and retire.
Yeah, exactly. Quite literally. I mean, have you seen? I mean, yeah. I mean,
it's already started on it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the way he's letting people destroy our good godforsaken jerseys.
I saw a tweet the other day that was like, "Where's Chris Sale when you need him?"
For real, God.
Anyway. Yeah, what was like the reasoning for the jersey? What it like? They're changed manufacturers. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone slipped Rob Manfred a nice check. Okay. Heart. I have no idea actually.
Yeah, I believe they're made by Fanatics, but I think Nike still has the City Connect like licensing or whatever, but I don't know. I think Fanatics now has like the everyday and spring training jerseys that are like them. I think they're like the not even mesh. I don't even know what material they are, but they're not your standard like baseball jersey that we're all used to.
The most hilarious thing of all of this is like the propaganda that MLB has created with the players. They're like, these jerseys feel great. I love them. I'm like, who, like, someone probably like put a gun to somebody's head to get that quote out of them.
I mean, Mike Trout's stoked on him, so.
Well, Mike Trout will probably be injured all season anyway, so.
Or chasing a storm somewhere.
What?
He's a big weather nerd.
Oh.
Come on, Al.
You know, the White Sox may be the Angels / Royals now, but I don't know enough about the Angels to know what you're talking about. Anyway, Sam, how are you? What's up your ass?
I'm doing well. I was gonna say what was up my ass is people complaining about the jerseys, but I don't want to get canceled. So,
you can still say that. Sorry.
I already said it.
We can agree.
But I didn't really have anything else, so I decided to come up with a nice bit about the My Pussy in Bio replies. What's up my ass about that is like you go to their bio and there's no pussy in there. There's a link, so they're lying first of all, so that's rude, and then second they're spamming us. So I'm not very appreciative of that. You know, you can't just lead me on a goose chase for the like. It's literally just right there. They said it's there and it's not there. So
You think that's what
I just-
people would do? Just go and lie on the internet?
right. Like Twitter's a very nice place where we all get together and collectively support each other and everything's nice, and then all of a sudden people just come out and lie. So
How dare they?
I'm not happy about it. If bots are learning to lie, we're all fucked. It's over at that point.
I mean,
I come onto Twitter for trustworthy, legit news.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm being scammed.
it's an epidemic, honestly. And I, for one, am not happy with the direction that it's heading. So, but I digress and digest. But that's my problem. All right, it is my problem digesting. Yes,
yeah, we're
We
being
know.
really great about it. We're proud of you.
we are. Don't if you see me start crying, don't even worry about it. It's fine. It's normal.
It's okay. With all the Culvers I just ate, I could have to shit at any moment. So
Any given time.
just yes. Let's do
If you,
it.
if you see a "we'll be right back" graphic,
Yes.
Oh, boy.
All
all
right. And what you
right.
got?
What's up now?
I said, what do you got for us?
Oh, what do I have for you? The first thing I have topic today is a sports phrase that always makes you laugh. So something an announcer says, like a regular topic of sports that always makes you laugh.
I love a good football penetrating pocket, or I just love when they say penetrate. It never doesn't make me laugh because I think it's just yeah.
If you're watching, please get hashtag Al loves penetration going. Thank you.
It's just so good. It's so good.
It is good.
Anyway, who else? God.
Al, noted penetration lover.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Tell all your friends. Spread the-
Tell all your friends. Al loves penetration.
What you got, Celeste?
Follow up.
I like in golf when they're like, I'm doing a threesome or whatever they say.
What?
Like when three guys go golf, they say have a threesome today.
Oh yeah. Okay. Like that's like we're just out of the course. Like I'm having a threesome today. What? Yep, that's a good one. You got threesomes, you got foursomes out there. There's a lot
Damn.
going on. A lot going on.
Yeah, on the golf course.
Balls and holes.
Always.
Name of the game. Nice long shafted club. Nice head on it. Put the balls in the holes. That's why it's very, very non-sexual.
It all makes sense now.
I will never forget the first time that we talked in depth, like on when I was on about golf, and I didn't realize like how sexual innuendo-y golf is. Like it might be the most sexual innuendo-y of the sports.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
I agree with that.
For sure. Roxy, what's your go-to phrase?
Whenever they say sack in the NFL, I just think there's, especially if it's like Al Michaels and he's like, a huge sack. Or like he has, or they're saying he has 17 sacks, and it's like most men that I've encountered have one. So I'm curious to see what that looks like.
More unrealistic expectations for men, honestly.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel sorry for you guys. And then when you think about the sack leader, are they the sack leader because they sack the best, because they sack the most, because their sacks are clean? So definitely sacks.
Nothing like a good clean sack.
We're a fan. Al likes sex for a multitude of reasons too.
That's true.
See, but
They're
on the
scared.
contrary, stacks dissuade from penetration. So
Do they?
They don't have
I don't think they don't. I disagree with you.
in the game of football,
Oh.
not the game of life.
Well, they have to penetrate to get the sack.
The defense does, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the only people who can.
I mean,
sack us.
the offense can penetrate itself, but that just means they're not doing their job right. So,
Man, self-penetration. Now that's spicy.
you can see an announcer like, oh no, they have suffered from self-penetration on that play. Like, oh no. This needs to be framed.
Sam, what's your favorite phrase? What gets you giggling?
What gets me giggling is a lot. My favorite ones probably in baseball when they say they got good wood on it. That's always a good one to hear. Just because, like, you know, it's just so damn funny to hear. Like, oh, you got some good wood on that one. Like, okay, good flex.
He also swung the bat well.
Right? Yeah, and he swung the bat well too. So, you know, I'm just partial to that one. It's just really funny to hear.
If you guys are looking for a fun little Twitter activity, that kind of leads me into this. If you look up the hashtag sports not sex, it's very funny because it's just talking about like different things people say during broadcast and their sports reference, but they're definitely like innuendos if you don't know what they're talking about. So
never heard of it.
Either.
Damn, your wife is just burning you out here.
Oh,
That's what happens. You know.
The day after Valentine's Day too. Damn.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you fall asleep. You know.
Congrats on the sex. I fall asleep after it too.
Oh, I meant before.
Oh, sorry.
There was no sex.
Yeah,
Trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, Sam.
Roxy, I'm married. That's not what the married people do.
Good to know.
We just eat meals across from the table and say nothing to each other.
Oh, you just make the yummy sounds. You go,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
good dinner. Oh yeah, at 4:45. What were you saying now?
I said good soup.
Good soup.
That Adam Driver scene with
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, back to Roxy's point about sacks. In
What about
2018 when the Bears opened up against the Packers, Khalil Mack, you know, was obviously on the scene and got his first sack of the season, but he did it like backwards. And on the radio the next day, Dan Bernstein said, "Oh yeah, who caught that nice butt sack that he had during the game?" They're like, the butt sack.
That's like the butt fumble in which he penetrated so hard that he ran into a sack.
That was some self-penetration right into somebody's ass.
That's hot.
You can't do that. Not at that speed.
How many times a week do you think Mark Sanchez thinks about that? Let's say at least 2.
He probably sees it in his nightmares every night.
I think it's about at least 2 times a week.
Oh, also, have you guys seen that clip from recently where like the football announcer, I think he was talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's like, "Do you think they could keep up with that D or something?" And,
I don't know if the D can keep it up the rest of the game.
His partner like paused and then like let him
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah, I remember seeing that clip. He's like, you know what you're doing. What are you doing?
Yeah. I feel like sports announcers though do it on purpose.
Oh,
like
sure.
They know exactly what they're saying and how it's going to be taken on air.
Okay.
They want to
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing.
for that, I thank them. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate Adam and Mean every time there's 69 points on the board. He says there's a nice score.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yep. He knows what he's doing, and I love
He
that
knows
for him.
exactly what he's playing to. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Speaking of Adam and Mean and the NBA, what event would you add to the NBA All-Star Weekend?
So, Sam, if you don't already have it, why don't, if you can, maybe explain what goes on in NBA All-Star Weekend for some folks that don't already know.
Oh,
Well, there's the Rising Stars game, which is what they call the freshmen of the league versus the sophomores of the league for some rookies and second-year players. They have the Celebrity All-Star game. They have the three-point contest. They have the dunk contest. They have the skills competition, which changes every year, it seems like.
so it's field day for basketball.
Yeah, pretty much.
Essentially.
And then, they have the actual All-Star game. So,
Which is
Easily the most boring event, yes.
yes, very true.
Easily.
well,
What you think, Manel?
well, when
No,
I got
what you know.
roasted in the chat earlier this week, because I was like, I don't know what happens. And then everyone was like, just be silly with it. So I was silly with it. And on brand, everyone needs to make soup. And we're having a soup tasting competition. And yeah, that's what's happening. I don't know who's participating in this. Like, maybe it's some people from the G League. If they win the soup eating competition, then they get 2 guaranteed starts in the season.
Oh,
I like it.
that's a good incentive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Unless you play for, unless you're a Windy City Bull, let me run to play for the Chicago Bulls. Let me get up there and hang out with Billy Donovan.
Historic franchise, though. And also, then that guy can tell his kids a really sick story about how he made good soup and got 2 starts in the NBA.
Some people have to work their whole lives really hard to get to the NBA and really grind. I just had to make some good soup.
You have to work hard to make good soup.
That's true.
You do. It's true. Man.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's, I think Brian, well, I don't know if Brian explicitly asked this question or I'm thinking about it. Do they all make the same soup and then you decide which soup is the best? Or is it just random soups? Because I feel like if you don't like a certain soup, then you're already kind of losing votes when your quality of soup might still be very high.
Who's judging the soup?
That's a great question.
There's so much going on. Elle was not prepared for.
It means we're into it. So.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the owners judge the soup.
Jerry Reinsdorf eating soup.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't have any teeth at this point, so that makes sense.
But that's a good thing. Soup is mostly liquid, so he doesn't really need his teeth. He could just
That's
mash
the joke.
things.
He'll just have Tony La Russa spoon feeding him soup.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna say that he was gonna have Tony La Russa chew it and then spit it into his mouth.
Got a baby bird him.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus.
So the G League players are making the soup. The owners are all tasting the soup, and then they're voting. I don't think there's a particular type of soup that they're making because, you gotta take some risks sometimes.
Okay. So it's various assorted soups.
Yeah, maybe there might be a theme for the soup, but you don't have to make a particular kind of soup. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It has to be cream based.
Oh my god.
Ugh, man.
I like that.
So that's my NBA activity, All-Star Weekend.
I like
I
it.
hope soup never dies.
Soup competition.
I want this happening mid-court though. That's the thing too. This is a mainstay event. that's happening like at mid-court. We're watching all of these old men like
Yeah.
hobble around the crock pots, filling
So-
their soup cups.
Are we getting like an Iron Chef setup? Like they're making the soup, we're watching them make the soup, or they're just bringing it to present it?
What's more exciting for you, Sam? Because whichever what the answer is to that is the answer to my question, to that question.
I think we got to watch them make the soup and like ramp the
Yeah,
pressure
because
up
then
even
we
more.
don't know, like, what if their wives or
Right.
significant others made them, which is cheating.
You guys make a
because-
valid point. Yeah.
What if they have ratatouille in their head though? We got to do no hats.
Yeah, no hats.
No hats. No
We
hats.
gotta,
no
we gotta know if you got a rat in there making your food.
All right. Well, now that I've really set the table for all of you, it's
Yeah, I feel like I can't follow that up.
Set the table for soup.
Celeste, you want to go? 'Cause I'm scared.
Mine is much less thought out and creative. I was thinking of a mascot 3-on-3 competition.
ooh.
Mostly
I
just
guess that'd be
'cause I
fun.
want to see Benny dunk on some people.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Mine was going to be mascot related, but it was going to be jousting to the death or sword fighting to the death.
See, that's a lot better than mine.
Yeah, so you get it's like an East versus West kind of thing, and then or like a Royal. You know what? A Royal Rumble. Let me
Oh.
take that back. It's a mascot Royal Rumble.
I would
And-
watch that. That'd actually be really cool.
and the fans get to decide by votes. So like you pick your favorite, like the top mascot. There's a quiz with all however fucking many basketball teams are, 30. So it makes sense because there's 30 slots in Royal Rumble. I've never watched basketball in my life. You have to go with me. And you have all 30 mascots, and then you do a big fan vote, and whomever gets the least amount of votes is the one who goes in first because they're the least likely to make it to the end. And then however the most popular mascot gets to go last. And you go from there. That's mine.
Now are they still like sword fighting, or are they?
No, I got rid of the swords.
Oh,
It's like I think that it'll delay any other events going on because it might get a little bloody.
A little bit.
So it's just
Just imagining
Just
30
more
mascots running
specific.
around with swords.
Wait, does someone die at the end of this though? Because this wouldn't be the first time that you personally have advocated for.
mascot
Benny
death.
the Bull, the murderer mascot.
Yeah, only if there's no murder unless Benny the Bull wins. Then there can be murder, but like he can't be murdered. I can't put him in a situation.
So if
where-
Benny wins, he gets to murder somebody.
yes,
That's the
yes,
price.
I love
we
that.
Can we have Southpaw come in for like a secret like stunt move, like in Benny's matchup? No. Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, we can. Yes, because in the Royal Rumble, they will sometimes have wrestlers from other like non-WWE sectors of wrestling come in, and so I would argue that's the same thing. Like he's still a mascot at the end of the day. So yeah, definitely come on through.
I just want Southpaw to like stand in the corner so that like Benny can like mount off of him for like a backflip, like dive on.
Mount?
Like Yeah.
Jesus, Al.
Hot. Yeah, I was
It's all
like,
about
got
all
sex tape.
penetration and mounting over here. Jesus.
Fucking haw. Sam, what you got?
So I was thinking that there would be a game of like horse going on, but the NBA players have to have a teammate, and it has to be somebody out of the crowd. So, and they both have
cool.
to make the shots to get stuff going.
I don't
So
like
I'm-
these realistic answers.
What I,
They
what I'm
all
saying
be
is,
in horse costumes too. How
there
about
we go. That there you go. With horse cocks out.
I was gonna say I heard horse and then something with CO, and I was like, all right.
that?
We're getting there.
Drake.
Yes, just crazy.
just Drake in a horse costume.
They're good.
But-
Okay, new thought. We add Drake and his horse cock into the slam dunk contest somehow.
Yeah.
Yes, to
They
dunk
have
with
to
his
jump
cock.
over
Slam
it.
dunk contest.
They have to jump over it.
Don't trip over it.
Yeah. But like, you remember how Zach Levine, like he had his legs like this,
yeah.
like he's in a perfect landing spot. So Adam Silver, hit me up.
Get Drake involved.
Well, Drake is going to get erect immediately at the thought of the NBA including him in something.
Oh yeah.
He wants to be in the NBA so fucking bad that he's just gonna get automatically stepped. He's gonna be like rock fucking hard.
As soon as he gets the phone call, he's like, "I'm gonna stay hard the whole time."
Mm-hmm.
From
I've
now
had this
until the event.
erection for 2 weeks.
He
I
should
have
see
no blood left in my brain, but
Oh man, does Drake really like the NBA? I'm so confused.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
does.
Oh,
Yeah, he does.
He's a huge Raptors fan.
he's the global ambassador to the United States for the Toronto Raptors.
Is
They
he?
they gave him a title just so he can stand on the sideline and watch every game courtside.
Like when the Raptors won the championship, you might as well have thought Drake won it.
Yeah, I
With
think he was
how-
happier than the players were.
He definitely was. It was
Man.
very funny.
Jimmy from Degrassi's come a long way.
Right?
2019 was a weird time. So
It's true.
all right, this was a good question, Sam. I like it.
Thank you.
This is a perfect example of how shows like this are a good balance of we understand what we're talking about and no we don't.
And we can take it anywhere.
We usually take it in the same direction, but
Usually,
we could
yeah.
take it anywhere if we wanted to.
That's true. We
We
usually take
like
it.
when versus how. Many holes.
Mhm.
Many holes, much penetration.
I brought the ranch for this actually.
Oh,
Oh,
can't
I
have
did what
penetration
you said.
without ranch.
I dipped my cheese curds in them. They were very good.
well,
There
that
you
sounds
go.
yummy.
Nothing wrong with that. Jesus, Al.
What?
Popping bottles?
Cheezel.
Not me, but okay.
That was me.
Celeste popping bottle. Oh, sorry. You were leaning forward. So I thought you were doing something.
No, I was just checking on. I was just checking on the next topic, so I was aptly
Oh,
prepared.
look at you.
So Celeste, what are you drinking?
Modelo.
Oh, the Modelo
Oro.
Oros.
Yeah, I haven't
tried
tried
that
them
before.
before, but I haven't drank since I had COVID. So I was.
Oh, we got to
like,
do the 108. Like, hey, what you drinking?
No.
We had those after the Sox 5K. They're okay.
Yeah,
They're
rather
They're
probably
okay.
won't buy this again. Probably just get regular Modelo, but worth a try. I also bought those new Jarritos, the hard.
Oh yeah, Josh Nelson said those were awesome.
Yeah, except
You
the
mean-
one they only had at the store I went to. They only had Mandarin flavor, so I just have 6 Mandarin hard Jarritos.
Oh yeah, really quick talking about the 5K because Tina down here in the corner, Tina ran the 5K hungover as fuck and finished before I did. To give you an idea of why she's a goddamn superstar.
And then you guys all helped me move.
Real
And yes, we did.
Real cheese.
No
Incredible.
doubt.
That sounds like an awful day.
For Tina, yes.
Yeah,
I
for
bought
Tina,
everyone.
no.
I bought everyone pizza. We went and partied after. It was
That was the same. Yeah, that was when we went to Maria's that night too. So that was a long day.
That was that same day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tina's a champ. Tina is a champ.
Time
wait
flies
till-
when you're miserable.
yeah, it really does.
Time flies when you're just trying to rush through this bullshit. All right.
Okay,
Let's-
all right.
Speaking of bullshit, spring training.
Speaking of this, yeah. So I want to know, how much spring training do you guys watch or pay attention to leisurely? Obviously, Al, I know you write for Southside Sox, so sometimes you do have to pay attention to stuff. Celeste got herself involved in Birdland bullshit, so she's gonna have to watch some baseball. So I want to know, when you're not having to watch it and write about it, how much do you watch leisurely of spring training at least?
I'll say that even before I was writing about baseball, I watched spring training more because there's no time that you're more excited about the baseball season except for like right when it starts. By May, especially if you're watching like the White Sox, I'm already fucking disappointed. So like my enthusiasm is no higher than in March.
Feelings haven't been hurt yet.
Yeah, exactly.
They're setting up to get hurt, but you're still not ready for that yet.
There's a little bit of false hope I think you could get away with. A little bit. If I may,
Go.
Sure.
I watch absolutely no spring training. And this kind of goes into, the conversation last week where we discussed like how much preseason action we watch. Baseball is too fucking long. There are too many games. And like, I know Al disagrees with this, and I'm glad she does. I like that people feel passionate about things. I don't know what that's like. But baseball is too long, too many games. And I'm not inclined to give a shit about any of it. And so it's a little too difficult for me to get involved with it. I'll put like, shout out to T-Mobile. They give us the MLB network for free, being customers. So like, I'll put a game on in the background just for something to like listen to, but there's no like intentional viewership of the game. But I think if they end up doing if the regular broadcasters end up doing a lot of the spring training games, I'll probably listen to some Tigers games just to hear Jason Benetti. But 0%, maybe 1%. Just don't care. What you think, Al? How about you?
Yeah, I'm definitely on the opposite end of that spectrum. I'm about to like throw out some really hot takes here, but like as a fan that likes to watch baseball just like in the background a lot, like I love a long baseball game. And I love I was bothered by the pitch clock because like I knew that the games are going to be shorter, and like I love like the longer it's on, like the more time I have to watch baseball at home, like on my TV, which like some people are like get a move on. But yeah, I just like love having it on in the background. Like I'll put it on like while I'm working, or like I've talked about this before, but like I read a lot with like sports just on in the background because I don't know, I'm a nerd.
Your brain doesn't like focus on the listening and not like my brain I can't do both.
I turn the TV on like probably volume like 3 or 4, so I can't really like hear it. But if something exciting happens, then I can hear it because like people get louder. So then I know to look up and I can pause what I'm doing.
That's valid.
But yeah, I love spring training. The one like bummer of spring training is like I feel like they are trying to get you excited about the season, but they don't often broadcast a lot of the games, or they're like hard to find because they're not like on NBC Sports Chicago yet. And then like you're using the MLB app, but then they're black. Like it's just like I feel like a little difficult to watch spring training games. A, either because they're not broadcasting it, or B, because I now have to watch it like on the app, and I don't know. But I feel like if they made it more accessible, like I'd watch more games too. But yeah, that's my answer.
Sam, how do you feel? I love it. Love your passion.
Sam, what's the vibe?
Well, the vibe is that Al says the longer the better, so it's fine.
That's what she said.
Hey, no, that's what you said.
It all comes back to Drake.
No. It all comes back to my 27-foot left.
And Drake wishes. Drake only dreams of this.
Truly. Anyway, Sam, spring training.
Spring training. What's not to love about spring training? Oh yeah, a lot. It's so boring. I I mentioned this as well last week at the topic. I watched like the first 2 innings to get like the feel back, get the excitement back for baseball, and then I'm like, who are these people? They're all terrible. I'm never going to see them this season play on the major league team. Why do I want to watch them play? That's how it is with the split squad games and all that. Like, yeah, I get you're trying to like see what prospects and stuff, but I don't care about prospects. Until you're a professional, you're nothing to me. I don't need you. I say this as a man who can't even probably throw a ball, but you know, I can read about you in people's articles and tweets about you. Oh, this person's stuff look cool. Hopefully it looks good when they get to the big club. Because I'm not going to know who they are until then.
Well, Josh Nelson never watches this show, but he would have a fucking aneurysm if he listened to that because he knows all those little prospects, those little guys.
Oh, I know. And that's why I said, like, I'll read about it from them or, Southside Sox Post stuff or the White Sox Post stuff. Like, shoot, I'll read about them. Be like, oh, hey, that's a name I might know. And then I was like, oh, I don't know that person.
Yeah, I do think that the amount of spring training games that there are and the amount of exposure they get when like 95% of the season is played with the same 9 guys in the grand scheme of things is kind of odd. But at the end of the day, I will watch all the spring training games if it means Al can watch it at a volume 3-4 while she reads.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Speaking of people that we're never going to hear of again, though, like prospects and stuff during spring training, like appreciate the fact that the White Sox have a roster full of people that I just don't even know that are going to be on the starting 9 this year. Point, like this is the part that's really gotten me this week while we're talking about like pitchers and catchers reported and stuff. Like people don't know these players so badly that they have had to put their names in the photos with them. Like incredible.
Yep.
Incredible.
Doesn't it make it so much easier though to just not give a shit?
Well, yeah.
Like, it's great.
It's though, because I wish that I gave just like 2 tads of a shit more, because I will have to cover like 1 day a week of games this season. So I just wish that I had a little bit more in me of like, maybe this season won't be that bad, but like there is no way to cut it for like Chicago fans this year. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
That's where you're wrong.
Okay.
This 2024 White Sox team is built to win now.
Did you see there was a quote today, I think from Max Stassi or someone in the clubhouse was like,
that's a name.
Someone in the clubhouse said this team is full of players that are fighting to stay in the major leagues.
Oh yeah, it was Mike Soroka.
Yeah. That's what makes our team gritty, and like that's what will make us good.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. They're all going to be really trying hard to not get demoted to AAA, or just
if
win.
you get demoted to AAA from the White Sox, like hang it up.
Yep.
You're done.
You hear that, Oscar Cole?
Over.
Imagine getting DFA'd from the 2024 Chicago White Sox.
Oh my god.
That's when you really have to look yourself in the mirror and be like, how do I go on?
That's either you're really, really bad, or they're just trying to show you mercy to like go sign anywhere else, for the love of God.
We're just trying to give you a better life. Where
you can actually go play for somebody that'll win a game. Please.
A game.
Yeah, I have also liked the labeling of the pictures that they posted spring training. And it's, the people are like, hey, where the hell this is so sad that they have to do this. I'm like, I'm one of the people who's like, cool, they're labeling these people. I have no idea who they are. It's actually good to see their face to their name, at least.
Happy to know them, but also like that meme of the from YouTube where like he turns around and he's like, hey, who are you people?
Right.
That's me right now.
Yeah, I mean, we had that picture that they posted when they were doing the where they're like children's museum, whatever day that was. It was before the field museum thing the day before. It was like the lineup of people, and people were guessing who they were, and they weren't even close. They're like, "Oh, that's Tuki Toussaint. No, that's Brian Ramos." They're like, "Oh, I think that's Nikki Lopez. No, that's Max Stassi."
God. Missy Carroll has a really fun I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's called like former royal or hometown hero. She's got like a pie chart of like who's a former royal, who's a hometown hero, who's both or neither. It's an astonishing amount. Shout out to her for keeping that data, because wow.
Yeah, that
sounds complicated.
The pipeline it's strong. Like
Chris Getz came out today, again today, and said it's not about the Royals connection, it's about like the relationship building.
Yeah.
People.
Okay.
I like getting people that I know or used to know on my team.
He's like, I can't name anybody else.
Just like, hey, Mike Moustakas, you're not doing well and you need a job. You want to come hang out? He's like, yeah, sure, you're gonna pay me.
Throwback. They're gonna post pictures like on their Instagram, like Throwback Thursday.
I have enjoyed the tweets of everybody like, oh, Chris Getz is gonna sign himself next to play second base. Like he's bringing in all his friends, and he's just like, you know what? I'm here too.
At this point, like, just sign Whit Merrifield while we're at it. Like, just complete it. Anyway, I'm talking too much sports, so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. we technically are a sports site in a way. Makes sense.
No, we don't do that here.
But yeah, if you could refrain. All right, let's get to the final segment of the week. It is our favorite tweets of the week. So we have Celeste to start. Let me take that down. All right. Not the All Lives Matter alternate jerseys.
This one just got me because before I saw the quote tweet, that was my exact thought. It's good to know we're all thinking it.
They're like, holy shit, Blue Lives Matter.
Man. Never mind.
Wow. No. Sound it out.
You got Al?
It's just it's a lot of white representing those jerseys too, you know.
You don't say.
Well, they're not American.
Yeah, none of them are American. They're just regular old white people.
Yeah, they don't have non-whites in other countries.
I think I would love to get the statistics. I think 98% of the NHL is white.
Yep.
It's a disgustingly high amount.
Right. As Stoop said, it's hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think before I spoke, as I often don't. So sorry.
How dare you?
Al, you're really good at one thing, and that's baseball, instead of being kind of good at a lot of things. Before major sports, and that's okay.
All right. Next one we have is from Al, and it's herself. This was great.
That was pretty good.
Man, I'm hilarious, and I want everyone to see this because I just think I'm hysterical. So you're welcome.
I was just dressed to Valentine.
You need to change your logo to a goose holding some soup.
You're right. I should
in a sack. Need to see your goose's soup sack.
No one be surprised when I show up to 35th and Shields with a soup sack this season.
Now, see, the puck penetrates the net, though. Tina.
That's true.
So, there's a fair amount. Oh.
All right. Next one is Roxy. So. You don't know how long it took me to see the actual image in the back. 'Cause I was like,
Dude,
what the
I had
hell's
the
in the
same
row?
problem.
Like,
I was like, this
like-
isn't funny.
it's like, what are you talking about?
Because there
And I
are
was
like
like, oh, I
hundreds of
see the
Yeah.
plane there. I
It's
was
so
like,
funny.
what? That's great.
So I am like, I get that Taylor Swift gets a lot of shit and shouldn't. I get it. I'm on that team. But I posted something the other day about how Taylor Swift is not good for the environment in regards to the amount of emissions that she's putting off because of her private jet. And I had more than one person come into my Instagram messages and think that defending a billionaire was a good idea to me. Like, you can defend a billionaire, just don't do it to me. They were like, well, she sold that plane. I'm like, okay, well, do the carbon emissions just go away then? Because like the plane belongs to someone else now. And I'm like, she gets a lot of hate and she shouldn't. But at the same time, we have to own up to the larger issue that celebrities use things they shouldn't because people are weird to them. They shouldn't have to.
The sad thing is
They're
she
fucking
like
weird.
her like emissions are crazy, but she's like not
That's
even
good,
in the top like 20 because like Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
the plane from like one end of LA to the other.
Mhm. Hey, that's some wicked
Have you
traffic.
been to
out there.
LA? It's hard to get from one end to the
It was
other.
probably like a 4-hour drive just to go 2 miles. So I understand it. I would have done the same thing.
I guess.
Like, put me in the jet. I'd sit in the
I
traffic.
guess.
I'm team private jet.
Damn right, me too. If I had money, I'd be flying everywhere.
Would you be flying
be-
like 6?
I'd be writing my name in the sky as much as I could. And I would just be like, fuck the earth. And keep flying.
Is there a comment that says Taylor Swift never goes to
Yeah.
the bathroom?
She's like Kim Jong-il in that way. He doesn't pee or poop.
Man. That's like in high school, I feel like we had conversations a lot about how like girls' boyfriends like never thought they pooped. And I was like, are you get out of here? Anyway.
Oh, see, when I was in high school, we talked about if Marilyn Manson really did remove his ribs to suck his own dick. To the point where it was really believable for like
Oh
a
yeah.
hot minute.
He
I
did.
And I wouldn't put it past him. You have
I
to pick like
still believe he did.
you have to pick like the right person that you genuinely think would remove their ribs to give themselves head.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Oh. I didn't hear the second half when you initially were talking about Marilyn Manson removing ribs. That's incredible. Wow. See,
Yeah, they're
self-penetration.
yep. Brian, nobody knows who that is.
From he's from Wonder Years. Of course.
Oh, sorry. I stopped reading. Yeah.
Ass has
Okay.
enough gas that we could fuel a jet.
Probably.
Certainly.
If they could, use that emissions.
Dude, if they could, well, like cow farts are apparently contributing to climate change too, so there's really no winning here.
No. I
It
mean,
just doesn't-
commercial planes are going all the time too. So.
We're all gonna die anyway.
Cars.
So,
I'm just thankful that I live in a society where I feel guilty if I don't cut the plastic on my 6-ring pack for the turtles. But then there's Taylor Swift flying from one end of St. Louis to the other. Eat Arby's.
All right, last tweet is mine, and this is from a podcast I enjoy very much called Your Mom's House, and this is the great Gene Simmons.
oh my god, that's incredible.
Gene Simmons walked so that Drake could run.
Man.
What a gem Gene Simmons is. Should say a mensch. He does seem fun.
Just like this was. Thanks for having us.
This was fun, wasn't it?
It
I
was.
had, I had lots of fun today.
I had some fun.
Only a little fun, just as a treat.
Just as a treat.
Just a little fun for a treat there.
Sam, what's on deck? What's coming up?
Oh my gosh, so many. Two things. On Tuesday, there will be an episode of Talking Out Our Ass with Stu and myself, and our guest on Tuesday will be Sox Machine's Josh Nelson, of all people.
Nice. Let's go.
So that should be a good episode. And then we'll be back with ASScast again next Thursday. Celeste does have an article out on the site right now showing you what other baseball you can consume if that's something you're interested in. I think there is 10 in there, right?
10 international leagues.
Yeah. 10 international leagues. So that's out there. It's pinned on our Twitter, so you can go to there. You can go to the site, allsportscene.com, and read that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and we'll see you next week for ASScast. So thank you so much for watching and commenting along. Bye.
Conditionally.
Conditionally. Yes.
Yeah.